Hello and welcome to Gabbett Media, I'm Grant Abbott, and today we're looking at the results of the 21st Century Witch competition. So let's take a look at how you got on. So our first one is from Crap Zone. Really nice model here. I really like the materials and the background lighting, colours, excellent work. I think anatomy wise there needs to be a bit of work. Looking at the hand over here, the thumb should be sort of coming out this way. Yes, I'm the right way around. So just a little bit of work there, and around the chest area actually. Just coming in here, this should sort of curve up into the shoulder more. So just a bit of work on anatomy, but it's a really nice piece. Love the idea with the headphones and the witch book, sort of quite iconic, and it gives you that quick idea of the 21st Century Witch. Brilliant work. This one's from Marky Boy. I like this, it works really nicely. I like the textures and the hand model is exceptional. I'm assuming you've sculpted this and then sort of added the material on, and it works really nicely, it works really well. The depth of field is just about working. I'd rather it was a little bit deeper so we could see the shape of the hand. We sort of start losing this finger into the forefinger and then we lose the shape. Maybe just a bit of ambient occlusion would help. It's difficult when you've got emissive materials like this though, isn't it, to get that working. Really like it though. I love the combination of colours, the yellow and red obviously, but the few colours like that can really help a piece rather than lots of different colours fighting for space. So it's working very well, that, and then this sort of darker background here makes this hand pop out. Nice work. This one's from Philip Le Pilot, and this sort of hologram piece. I think we've got a video as well, so I'll try and play that, all going well. I'm having to mute the sound on them because of copyright issues, so sorry about that, but very clever, very nice. I might just show that once more. Very nice work indeed, yep, I like it a lot. At first I thought this was actually camera tracked, and then I realised it was all done in Blender. So well done on your background, fooled me for a second. Really like this piece. Let's go back to the picture. Really excellently put together. I like the fact that the blender in the screen in the background is the witch in the foreground. It's good fun, and then it's sort of like it's turning it into a hologram. Yeah, it works really nicely, doesn't it? Really interesting idea. Well done. This one's from Hamzor SG. Really nice piece again. I like the pumpkins in the background, and I like the depth of field making the witch pop. Yeah, that's working nicely. It's making me think of, was it Avengers person, Doctor Strange. Yeah, I think actually that try and be more individual with your ideas for how you can make these sort of things work, so that you don't have homage to other, it's sort of fan work in a sense, isn't it? Not that this particularly is, but you immediately think of something else, but it'd be nice to have your own ideas with those things. This is quite fun, isn't it? I like the way this is sculpted and worked. The material's a little bit sort of generic, but it's great, isn't it? I'm picking up minor points at the moment because it's fantastic work. I think in here it just goes in too narrow. Sometimes you do these sort of stylized things, but it looks a little bit deformed there. The shoulders are really wide compared to this part of the torso, so watch out for those sort of things. And the boots here seem a little bit odd. I'm not sure they're quite working. But again, these are really minor things because it's a very, very nice piece. I really like the way you've got this red moon in the background. That's great fun, very exciting, and it gives it that real feeling of spookiness. Brilliant work. This one's from Zephyr. Very nice. I like the emissions and the glow. I would have liked to have seen a bit more light in these areas because we haven't got much contrast. Our eyes are drawn here obviously, but we can't really see, well, we're not interested in this bit because of the contrast in the piece. It's very sort of dull colours all the way across, very flat in a way.
This kind of works, but it's very flat here, and maybe we need more coming out here. It might be worth doing perhaps a couple of pumpkins and putting them together, just for variety. We've got 3 objects here, but I feel like it needs a bit more. Maybe something down here, like a cat or something, would be really good. We've just got a lot of space which has not really been utilised around here. In terms of construction this is, but it's a really nice piece, and I'm loving the particle system from the cauldron. Well done. So this one is from AD Awesome. Try and rotate. I should have rotated the image myself actually. Can I do that quickly? I might be able to. Yes, I can. Don't use this program very much. So scientist is modern witch. Indeed. So a hand-drawn scientist, I like it. I like the style, this sort of really blocky, thick lines, quite cleverly done. Just a tiny bit of work on the, what do you call it, the perspective. The leg sort of comes down and out. It's not quite working, but it's good to try those things. Really tough to get that perspective thing working like that. So nice work, well done. This one is from, where are we? Simon Carfunkel. And I think there's a video with this one as well, so I'll quickly show that video. Again, I'll turn the sound off, I'm afraid, due to copyright. Nice. And I think the eyes animate. Yeah, there we go. Oh, spooky. And just simple animations like that really work well, don't they? I like it. Let's play it once more. Come from here. Nice texture, I like the little tattoo there. And I like the Hessian material. And the flashes of light. And of course the phone making it 21st century. Brilliant stuff. I feel like I've seen the model before. So is that model taken from somewhere? But it's well worked and well put together. I like it a lot. This one's from Mithril. This is good fun as well. I like the costume. I like the design of the costume, particularly is quite nice, the sort of black and red, and then the red hair as well. I feel like it looks a tiny bit plasticky and shiny, so maybe a bit of a rougher material or more creases in it perhaps. And probably ran out of time, but the background needs a bit of work. If you're struggling for time, then just make the background black. And then that will just make your character pop, and you don't need to sort of draw your eyes to the background. This is a bit flat and blocky in the background. Nice work though, really like it. Like the particle system here, and good work on the character. It's looking really good. Well done. This one's again from AD Awesome, because witches graduate too. Which college? Again, it's that perspective thing. It's really tough to do, and really good attempt here. I like the style though. I do like the style. I love those sort of black, thick lines, and this is good fun character with a sort of weird anatomy style, but it works, doesn't it? The colours are quite fun, vivid, vibrant, and they weirdly work together. The green is really drawing our eyes, and that draws our eyes to the rest of the face, which works really well. I like it. Just watch your line work around here, where it's obviously the filling the line and things hasn't sort of bled into the white. So cutting them out properly just to finalise the piece so it looks really good. I like it. Next one is from Key Sky. I like this one as well. This is quite nice in the materials. They're really soft, but they're probably a bit too soft now compared to the other one, which is a bit too shiny. I suppose it might just be the grain from Cycles. Perhaps use the new 2.81 denoiser and see how you get on with that. That'd be quite fun. This is great though. I love this cat idea here. A little bit off with the anatomy just there, in terms of how the cat's moving. Although maybe that does work, and it's just my eyes aren't quite working with the sort of hologram style. I love this swirl and then the phone. It really is good. I just love the idea, and the contrast really works in this. So we've got the right sense of depth, and we've got our eyes drawn to the right parts, the face and this line here and the cat. And I like the fact that you've gone for a grey coloured background rather than a black background, otherwise we'd be losing the phone and things, so it works really nicely. Well done on that one. Next we've got Sticks Colour, probably, or Sty X Colour, I'm not sure. People always laugh at the way I pronounce names, so I do apologise for butchering everybody's name. This is great fun. This is sort of a pumpkin-y type thing, and then we've got this crazy character in here doing some weird stuff. I like the way this eye is brighter than the other one. It sort of draws the eye again. And the only thing missing, I would say, is something in the background here, something sort of low poly trees or something like that. It's very sort of flat and dull in the background, but I like this, what's going on here. It's all good fun, and it's good to experiment with sculpting techniques and things, which looks like what's going on here. So yeah, really nice. I'm not sure about this hole here, whether that's necessary, unless we've got something in the background. Maybe you could have a moon coming in here, and then we'd just see the edge of it there, perhaps. But yeah, nice work, well done. Oh, this is a fun one from El Pedoni. Yes, very nice. We've seen other work from El Pedoni as well, haven't we? And they've just got some really good stylistic work, great pieces. It looks really, really good. Loving the sort of technical aspects around here, but then it's got this sort of I don't know what you'd call it. It's sort of Geiger-esque sort of swirly bits around here. I think the only thing that I could say, and that's just from my personal opinion, is this line here. It feels like it's cut off strangely because this is a continuation. And it's too close to a continuation, I think, because I feel like we're missing the arms coming down here. I would have, personally, I say I would have, but it's probably better than I can do, made this bit a bit bigger, coming away from the body a bit, so it doesn't look like it's attached, because my eyes can't work out what this bit is doing here. So if these were bigger, then it wouldn't have such a strong link to the body, and therefore we wouldn't feel like we're missing arms. Really nice work. I love the textures as well. That's great, isn't it? Is this hand drawn or is that a texture? I don't know. It's lovely work. Really nice. Excellent. Now we've got one from Veikk, Uberwitch. Interesting. 24/7 delivery. This is good fun, isn't it? I like this, and the contrast is working nicely in terms of these areas popping out. And the screen is helping us to draw our eyes to this area here. So generally I think my eyes are sort of here, then here, they're back down here and around here, then up to here. That's, which is the right way around, isn't it? This sort of circular motion is working. The moon is quite fun with the witch in front of it. You could have made the moon bigger actually, and then that would have been a full silhouette and been quite fun. I like it. The only thing missing is a cat. It's great fun. I really like this piece. I think I like the way you're using the grass now to sort of cut up the harsh lines of the sort of low poly work, but yeah, clump them together a bit more so they're not so evenly spaced, I think anyway, and just a couple around this area to break up the big large areas as well. Very nice work. Next we have, where are we? Is this Murdoch, isn't it? Yes, Murdoch. I like this. This is great fun. So this is our 21st century witch with a transparency coloured hand and a scary head. I like these as well. These are great. Lots of nice details in this. And then there's crows in the background there as well. The crows look a little bit like the branch, so I didn't notice those straight away. But that's quite nice. This light isn't quite working for me. I would have liked to have seen it as a moon or something. It's good to put lights in shot, but make them look like they're coming from something rather than just stuck in the middle of nowhere. I feel like a bit like the fog is a bit too much because it makes everything very flat and pull into each other, and we kind of lose our contrast a bit. but that's a minor point in a really nice piece. All that I'm saying, I'm being very critical actually today, but I think we've had some excellent pieces, and I'm just sort of picking up on small points, hopefully give you some pointers. Okay, this one is from DFAHIX. DFAHIX? I don't know how you pronounce these things. Brilliant stuff. I like this piece a lot. I always like low poly work. The good thing about low poly is that you can really go to town and experiment with shapes, and trying to capture high detail in as low poly as lower poly as possible is good fun and quite hard work at times. And this is working really nicely. I love this octopusy tentacle things coming out of the bed. Great fun. I feel like the next thing to do is to try and work on your lighting so that we are attracted to one area, because I don't know where to look. I think I do look at the octopus tentacles first, but we've got this TV that's very bright down here, and then we've got this sort of a brightness around here, which is a bit strange. So there's obviously some lights there which aren't actually in our scene, so that doesn't quite work for me. And then we've got the cauldron down here, which is drawing our eye, so it's all muddled. And maybe this area should have been darker, perhaps. Could have had some mist coming through the window, perhaps, if we want to highlight that. But maybe have lights turned on here which are brighter, so we're drawn to this area, and then a light here, and that's it. But having a light under here as well is very confusing. It's a really great piece though. I really like the ideas, I like the style. I think the blue rugs are a bit too bright as well, and therefore they draw the eye, whereas we want those really to sort of merge into the floor and just to break up the floor in a way, rather than to be a highlight. But there's a nice lot of details around computers, pizzas, all sorts going on, and I like the difference in levels. That's quite clever, and it can really sort of break up a shape, because it's quite a big area, this, as a sort of living room, bedroom space. So breaking it up and putting it onto levels, clever stuff. Really like that, well done. Now next we have teacup, and now this is very nice. I like the colours. Often you think of sort of the classic bright greens and yellows for Halloween, and witches, but this has got sort of pastel-y blues and pinks in it as well, so that really works nicely. Hand painted work I like to see. They're doing lots of hand painted work at the moment, so a bit biased in that sense. I think what you need though is just a touch of ambient occlusion in here, or paint on some ambient occlusion, so where the table hits the floor and the broom hits the floor, because we need a bit of shading just to break these shapes up. That's the only thing this is missing. It's a really nice piece, and we just need that simple breakup of the shape, so there's a bit more contrast and it's not so flat. But it's fantastic work. Really like this. So well done. Next is K9 Delta. This is good fun. I like the interesting mirror. That's good fun, that is, with the face in it. Clever. And the tailor's dummy. Very nice work. A tiny bit of work needed on anatomy, but that comes with practice. And is this hand drawn onto the mirror here as well? That's quite fun. Is that? I'm assuming it's supposed to be a mirror, but there's no hair here. You see? It's catching me out. It's good fun. There's a bit of space here which you could have possibly put another picture perhaps to make it seem sort of less flat, but I like it. I think generally it's a good idea to go into corners of rooms rather than straight flat on to one edge, because we lose our perspective and depth in our pictures. So yeah, having a corner and then the sort of beauty area in the corner, and then this mirror could be on the wall coming this way across. But nice work, well done. And then we've got Matthias, 2TKs15. Nice work again. Always interesting, this sort of continued episodes as we see here. So, episode 2, Let's Sculpt. Blended TV. I'm not sure I quite get it. I'm getting old, obviously, and I'm losing touch with trends and things. It's good fun though. So this is sort of, I'm assuming this is the witch, and then different things going on here which I don't understand. But I always like the interesting ideas. It's good fun. So well done with that. I like the character as well. Good job. I think there's a couple more coming from some videos. Let's just have a look. I think we've had, have we in fact? Let's have this one. We had one from Warwolf. No, we haven't seen this yet. Again, I had to turn off the sound because I'm worried about copyright and getting copyright strikes. So sorry about that. So this is the making of the witch, and then it comes out. I think that is superb, isn't it? Look at that. I like the smoke effects. Oh, yes. Some really nice camera tracking as well. It really feels like it's sticking to that tablet and coming alive. Lots of flashing and swirling about with the camera and things. I like that a lot. I'm going to show that again. Yeah, it's really well edited actually and put together. I like the ideas with the overlays and dust and things. Or is that an overlay? In fact, I might be making that up. Ah, that's good fun. Yeah, it works really nicely. Even if some of the camera movements sometimes, or the sort of flashing and glitching, sometimes can be used to distract the viewer from bad tracking, but it doesn't seem the case in this way. It is actually working with the piece. I like that smash and things. That's really good fun. I really like that. Well done. And then we got another one here. Who is this from though? This is from, I'll find out in a second. Nurul Imran, that's the one. That's good fun, isn't it? I like the hair, that's great. It's nicely animated actually, just a gentle sway of the arms. That's working really nicely. Although it pauses slightly in places, but yeah, it's really good. To blend the t-shirt, of course, that's very important. That's really great, I like that one. There's another actually from Nurul Imran, so I'll quickly show that as well. Again, sorry about the sound. Yeah, this looks really good. Love the idea. Ooh, interesting floating pumpkin. I suppose that's a good idea to add that sort of interest at the end so it keeps animating. Very nice. Yeah, I like it. Oh, okay, we got more happening. That's very interesting. I would have liked that to be flipped, so she's not going backwards. Oh, I see. No, that does make sense. Yeah, so zooming off that way. It's all happening. I only watched the first bit of this and didn't realise there's loads more of it. Oh, this is good fun, this is. Cool, there's lots going on. These mountains are really nice, working really well. I like the parallax, of course. Clouds could have possibly been a bit more variation in that. That's just a minor point. It's good fun. Oh, and we're coming in to the 21st century. There we go. I like it. It's good fun, this is. Oh, but wait, there's more. International Witch Federationa. Ah, these are cool characters as well. I like these. Yeah, that works nicely. Ah, it's good fun. It's great fun, isn't it? Very nice. Yes, really well done. I like that. So let's have a quick jump through again. And I'm looking for my favourite now. Some really nice pieces. It's been a really high quality competition again. Oh, I feel like I missed that one. Sorry, Null Systems. I'm glad I clicked on this again. I obviously jumped back into the wrong place earlier. This is great, isn't it? Well done. Lots going on here. This is really exciting. I'm loving the colours and all that's going on with the costume. I think this is hand painted as well, so different styles going on there. This is a tiny bit distracting here. I would have liked just the light around the face a bit. These two areas here, I feel like we need a sort of natural vignette for the picture, so our eyes go into the face there, which is, I'm assuming, sort of lit by the screen, hence it's all bright. But I like the idea of the selfie. That's a really good one. Well done. And so I'll just keep skipping through it. So handy that I'm skipping through these. Nice work all the way through. That's an excellent one from El Pedoni. Really good one there as well. I do like the low poly. This is great. If it had those shadows and a bit more depth, I would have gone for that. It's very close. I might still go for that actually. And then we've got a few videos, haven't we? That's true. The videos are, we've got, can I play a video from in here? Yes, I can. This is really nice. This is really great. I'm liking this a lot. The glitches and everything. Well done, Philippe. Really nice. And then also, I think this is really good from Warwolf. Did Warwolf win the other time as well? I can't remember. But I mustn't be biased like that. It's always the better ones that should win. It's not about whether you've won before. I don't want to be a school teacher about it. This is great. Yeah, this is really, really nice. I'm liking this a lot. I think, yes, I will go for this one from Warwolf. So well won. Well done. And well won as well. Really, really nice. Absolutely love it. So much going on with it, as well as the sort of sculpting aspect that you've done in the piece as well. But the smoke, the camera movement, the editing, really great. And the smash of the screen. And it's really put together well. Gives a great atmosphere. Really, really enjoy it. So congratulations to Warwolf, very impressive, loads going on in that piece, really loved it, very exciting piece. I'd also like to say well done to Elpidoni, who I thought was the best, or second best I should say, the runners-up. Really excellent piece there as well, and just lots going on there, and if we had a 2D and 3D winner, that would have certainly won there as well. But we only have one winner these days. I'm not sure why that is, maybe I ought to think about that. Maybe I should have two winners again. If you disagree, or whether you've got any points, then do write in the comments below, or get across to the Discord server and chat to me about things there. And really well done for everybody that's taking part. I'm seeing a lot of improvement in the quality of the pieces in the competition, so that's great to see. So well worth taking part. I haven't decided on the next one yet, but we'll put out some feelers for a theme for next month's. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.